Aren't we going out tomorrow night or Friday night or Thursday night? I thought we were going to go out and do Man on the Street.
Well, you thought wrong. What day is this now? I'm very busy.
All right, welcome to Out and About. It is Wednesday. We have Heather Gay on the show. Her book, Bad Mormon, is out. Make sure you pick that up. She'll be joining us in a moment. It's been a fun week. The office is empty. No one's here. Everyone's at the Super Bowl house in Arizona. I'm kind of glad we're not there, to be honest.
I'm pissed I wasn't invited.
Why? Because of the open bar? Uncle D sent an email about an open bar.
No, it's just I love going on trips and I didn't get to go. And I'm quite arguably the biggest sports fan here.
What'd you think about who would you want to shack up with if we were in Arizona? You'd be sharing a room. You wouldn't have your own room.
I would share a room with
Taylor
Lewan or Uncle D.
Or Uncle D. One of the two,
Yeah.
believe it or not. If you're in Arizona, maybe some of you are, maybe some of you aren't. Go check out Scottsdale. Check out the Barstool Bar. We're going to be there broadcasting every single
We won't be there.
day. We won't. No. We'll be at home.
Don't show up if you don't want to see us.
The big stars will be there broadcasting every single day. Did you see that photo of Tom Brady?
Yeah, well, I got excited and that he did exactly what was right. Because it got me to buy. Everyone thought it was just a thirst trap, but he's obviously not. He's not playing football anymore, so he's promoting his brand, Brady brand, promoting his underwear brand.
Brady's dick.
So I went and ordered. I ordered two 5 multi-packs. I got a pack for Bay and a pack for me.
Didn't.
Yes, I did.
How much were they?
$85 each.
$85
for 5 pairs.
I guess that's not for underwear price.
No, and they're
$85?
beautiful. I got great reviews on them, so I got a pack for him, back for me. And now he did exactly what he put the thirst trap out. Everyone thinks it's like, he's single now and he's trying to come back. No, he's just a smart fucking business guy. Now everyone and their mother sees his hot underwear, wants to look like him. They're recreating the looks all over the internet. And you can see like there in the chat.
Do you think he's hung?
I'm sure he is. Yeah, I'm sure he has I'm sure it's just proportion to his body. And I don't think it's like something freakish, but
I can't imagine he's not respectable. I just can't imagine a world where he's not.
There's no one in the NFL. I think linemen may have like small dicks, but that's just because their bodies are so big.
Yeah.
Respectable meaning as dick size?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's not a respectable dick? It's big. The guy's a big dick.
Yeah. Certainly
like
not
that,
small.
People like that. The guy was when God's in a good mood, he's in a good mood. He doesn't fuck around. When he made Tom Brady, just looks wise, his athletic ability, he's not giving him a small dick.
This is the best.
Me, someone pissed in his Cheerios when he met me because I'm fucking 900 pounds overweight, poor as shit, and a dick the size of a fucking pencil.
What's that thing? The dick the size of a pencil. A dick the size of a pencil. Now, golf pencil or number 2?
No, like the one you get like when you're filling out like a
golf pencil, a little golf pencil. This is the best Tom Brady's looked, I think. Like his face looks young,
well,
but he's had
tan.
work. He's had work done.
Everyone has. He went to Heather Gay's spa.
What is it? Body and Laser?
Yeah.
Bed Bath Beyond and Laser. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks great there. Now it's interesting. That's a green screen, believe it or not.
No, it's not. He probably owns that fucking mansion.
Where do you think it is?
Miami.
Tampa would be my guess.
Marty. Yeah. Very good.
But he doesn't work in the Buccaneers house anymore.
No, but I mean
anywhere. You know how much money he made $300 million over the course of his NFL career. Now he's signed a contract with Fox to do broadcasting.
I know.
10 years. Nice, Joey. $375 million. He's never called a game ever.
He's gonna suck at that.
Oh, I don't think so.
I do.
I think people are going to tune into games that they normally wouldn't because Tom Brady is calling it.
I would too. He's the GOAT.
You're the GOAT.
I'm fat and depressed. I'm in a very bad mood today.
You've been in a bad mood the past 2 days.
Well, I hate it here.
On planet Earth?
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Well, this is great.
Okay. Did you watch the Grammys?
Yeah, I did watch the Grammys. Oh, yeah. Wait, before we get to the Grammys, people at work recreated these photos. 3 people did. What's the first one, Marty?
Stephen Shea.
This is Will Compton looking dummy thick.
His bed's not as nice as Tom Brady's. Does he have $300 million?
Will?
Yeah.
He might have $3 million. Maybe he has more than that.
You're 10.
Smash or pass on that bed?
Pass.
Interesting. It's kind of a
that looks like
rug is
oh yeah,
Pottery
that's a
Barn.
Barstool decorated house. I see those tacky pillows.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was on the bus.
The content house?
Yes, the content house.
Who do you think took the photo for him, Dave?
It's a selfie.
Oh, fuck.
In a mirror.
You're right. I've never taken a selfie. Who's next? We should have recreated these.
I'd pass because I only have eyes for Taylor.
Stephen Che.
Oh.
Now
Now we noticed a T scar under his left tit.
we did. I sent this. Can you zoom in on his left breast, please, Marty?
She had an implant
Yeah.
removed.
Now I was
After college, she got her implants to support herself through college, and then she had them removed shortly after.
Well, he had facial masculization surgery.
I'm gonna smell his hand.
Ew, which one?
The one on the phone.
Next. We zoom in on our coworkers' bellies. Oh, this is my favorite.
Who's this?
This is Michelangelo.
I don't know him.
You know Michelangelo.
He's
down
not
back.
here very often anymore.
He's
I
the
never
guy
met
who
him, I don't
left
think.
his wallet in a side room for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
This is Michelangelo.
Is he the content? Well, first of all, Michelangelo, get him some Windex.
Yeah, that's a gooned up mirror. How many times do you think he's filmed himself coming onto his mirror?
So who do you think did it best?
That's what it is. That's very porny. Who do I think did? Michelangelo, of course.
I think Will Compton did it best.
Are you just saying that because you don't want to award an Asian man the title of best Tom Brady recreation?
No, because I think that yes. Yeah, well, that's lovely. Should I recreate it?
We should recreate it right now.
No, I don't have any Tom Brady underwear just yet.
I can't
Should I
believe
bring
you
them
bought
in?
it. Yes.
I should have bought them prior, and we can really recreate the look. I mean, I do give him props because he's wearing the same color underwear. He's the only one with the actual color underwear on.
How long do you think he's been wearing? How many days in a row do you think Michelangelo wore that?
I know
pair?
nothing about him, but I would say that based on him, he looks very clean. He looks like he's a clean freak. He looks like he makes his bed every day, washes his mirror,
Washes his
showers
hole.
at least 3 times a day.
I like Michelangelo.
Me too.
What are some of the replies on this? Kind of disappointed there isn't
A cock hanging out.
a prototype masterpieces movie, blah, blah, blah. We see you, King. We are he's doing the human trafficking. We see you, King. We admire the confidence. Oh, that's good.
Someone's confidence on a picture of you topless is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like so brave.
Brave.
Yeah.
Brave.
Yes. That might be the worst compliment you can get.
What would you say? What would someone say, especially if you're a girl? Like if you put a beautiful picture up of you in Paris with a bodycon dress on and someone said that you were brave, what would you say?
I would be like, that is a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
I mean, I think fat would be a worse one. A worse comment to get.
Pig bitch.
Gay. Any of those would be bad. Oh.
She thick.
You know, Will Compton is my age. That makes me feel like a loser. Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that tough when you
Because they make millions of dollars and we make fucking pennies.
Yes, exactly. Isn't that tough when you realize professional athletes are like older than you?
I've graded like so much of my life like pattern off of like how old like certain athletes like my age are. Like there's washed up NBA players that are my age, and that makes me like, what the fuck?
That's first of all, that's a very healthy way to a very healthy group of people to compare yourself to. The top 0.01% of freak athletes.
I just think about it. Like, oh, if I was in the NBA right now, I'd be on my second contract, and I'd be like.
Is that really how you compare yourself?
I've thought about it.
Marty's sitting there late at night at midnight. If I was on my second NBA contract right now, I'd have 300 in the bank. What's up with you? What's going on? What happened after your doctor's appointment? I noticed you've been off.
I didn't have a doctor's appointment.
I thought you had one.
I can't. I postponed it till the day after the Super Bowl, which
Why?
that mean now I can't even eat or drink at the Super Bowl
Why?
because I have to have blood work done. When you're sickly like me, you have to have you have to
It's
fast
60, not
for
60.
you have to fast for 2 days. You can't eat or drink anything for 2 days so your blood comes back normal.
Yeah, but after the Super Bowl, that's like 2 weeks away.
No, it's not. It's this weekend.
Is it? Oh, we're gonna do a Super Bowl show on Friday. I don't give a fuck about who's in the Super Bowl this year. I want the birds to win.
Yeah, I
I
kind
want
of
them to win so I can watch them burn their own city down. Those dumb redneck hicks. Are they even redneck? They're just trash.
They're just people from Philly are trash.
Not Philly. No, I'm talking Birds fans are trash. Not people from Philly.
Birds fans are the epitome of trash.
Yeah, but I think that Philly people there's nice people in Philly.
But Birds fans are lovable trash. Like Yankees fans are just trash.
But they're going to
Birds
burn their
fans-
own
I
city
agree.
down. If they win, they're going to burn their own city down.
You think
like
that
a peaceful
guy-
protest?
That guy will get back up on the thing, pull it out.
I think he's running on the field with his dick out.
You think?
Probably.
We had Willie Colon here, famously.
They're going to try to fly. They're going to put wings on tie wings to their arms and jump off buildings, trying to be birds and fly. Woo!
a mass birdicide. When Willie Colon worked here, he said his first game against the Eagles, people threw batteries at him.
Yeah. Well, they would do that. They would hide. They would put batteries like in snowballs is the old thing. So like you would think you're just getting hit with a snowball.
Why were they against the opposing team?
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
the opposing
fans,
team's
whatever.
players.
Yeah. Yeah, you just hear some brutal stories out of there. But I like it. I don't know. I dig it.
Philly was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Philly. It is sad we're not there though.
Philly?
Is it? No, at the Super Bowl. I don't
It
know
is
what
sad.
we would do. Like we would do man on the street stuff. Like who could we replace out there? No one. A lot of people didn't go. Every year they try and cut it down.
Yeah, I remember the COVID year. There was like they only sent like 6 people, and then a lot of people got pissed.
Well, they have a
weren't
lot
part
of people there. It's a huge mansion they rented.
Yeah.
Should I say the address?
Yeah. It's his apartment. The worst I ever got yelled at here was in 2017. I was producing a show for Johnny Manziel, and he offered me, his agent, Eric Burkhart, who represents Patrick Mahomes, offered me tickets to the Super Bowl and said he would fly me back on his private plane. I accepted, and then Dave got wind of it. And I was like maybe a year in here.
Yeah.
And Dave called the Gaz and said, put Pat on the phone, because there was a big company-wide email that said, if you have radio the next morning, you are not allowed to go to the Super Bowl.
Ugh.
And I go, great, I can do it.
Was
I
it
can
in New
make
York?
it back. No, it was in the South, Atlanta or something. And
Sounds right. Yeah.
And so he basically just fucking screamed at me on the phone. I was like, oh. He's like, can you make it back in time for radio? I was like, I think I can. He goes, okay, well, if you're not, you're fired. I was like, you're really going to fire me if I don't make it back? He's like, I'm not saying I will, but I'm saying it's not going to be good for you.
So did you just not go?
So I did. I was like debating. I didn't want to like give in on the phone and be like, okay. So I was like debating. And then Erica was like, what did you decide? I was like, I decided I'm not going. She's like, smart choice.
Yeah.
that was like a loophole because you couldn't get flights. Flights were like
Right, yeah.
$3,000-$4,000 out of there. And I was like, if I leave at midnight and then I
But
get
you're
back
on a private
overnight, I could be
plane.
for the 7 a.m. But even so, I would be so dependent on Johnny and Eric's plane that if they had a couple cocktails and decided to stay, and then I don't get back from my job producing the morning radio show at 7, then Dave says, where's Pat? And then it's done.
And this was like right after like Manziel,
Yeah.
like mania was in full tilt, where like you didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do. He'd be like,
Oh, I like him.
Oh, I like him too, but
What's
like
his name?
Johnny
Johnny
Manziel.
He's
But,
wild, right?
but there was a
Yeah,
section
so-
between like 2015 and 2016. He was like, if you just opened TMZ and scrolled, he was like all him.
And I'll
Like,
tell you, he's a really nice guy, but
He used
he
to
is
fuck
a-
transgender hookers,
he
right?
is tough to work with. I'll tell you that.
I buy that.
And what was
I
he
buy
doing?
that.
He worked here?
He had a show here for about less than a year.
Yeah.
He didn't show up on time. You couldn't pin him down. Where is he? He's
Is he
not
like
picking
me?
up his phone. He's 20x what you are.
Oh.
You're a walk in the park compared to him. And his agent, Eric Burkhart, who's this huge NFL
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
agent,
Yeah.
nicest guy. He's on top of his shit. You know why he's successful. You can tell. Pat, when are we doing it? This, that, the other. He carried the show, but it just didn't work out. And then Johnny went up to play for Montreal something and ended up not working out there.
Yep.
The Montreal
rest-
Tongue Thusters.
And the rest is history, believe it or not.
Did you watch Drag Race this week?
No, you told me to watch it.
I thought we were supposed to be recapping every week.
Spoil it. Recap it for me now. You didn't watch
The right person went. I watched. Everyone's really up in arms because it's cut so short. The runways are only 13 seconds. You can only see each girl you only see for like 3 seconds, literally, and then it chops and it cuts right off because there's not enough time. It's down to an hour because we had to have that. Everyone's saying because they had to have that show on. The Real Housewives of
The Real
WeHo.
Friends of WeHo. The real. What is it? The Real House Friends of WeHo.
Yeah, well, that's going to be over soon because that's only 6 episodes.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like the Real Friends of WeHo. It's just gays can't be happy for gays.
Yeah.
They fucking shit on everything. Imagine if people actually like rallied some support around this, it would be renewed. And then the first season is obviously going to be rough in terms of storylines, it's contrived. But if we actually rallied around it and like built each other up, not to sound like a cuck, it would actually it would have some legs, and I think it would be a good thing. But because all these shady want to go ahead and diss it, now it's going to be off the air. You have insight onto that shit, don't you?
Well, Drag Race, yeah. It was everyone's kind of up in arms because they shortened the episodes to make room for the other one. But I like the things that are cut. 'Cause I don't want to say. I hate when they talk through I wish the runways are longer, and I wish like the bickering in the back room when they're getting ready in the workroom, that was like taken down a little bit because I don't care about that. I just want to see the looks and like the challenges and things.
I don't like Untucked.
Oh, you don't like it?
No. Well, it's funny just to see them taking off.
Untucking.
It's funny to see them
literally.
untucking and defemming, where they're just pulling out the eyelids. And
So it reminds you of your home life with your mother.
well, with my father.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. As it reminds you of you with Poppy. You go over there,
Yeah.
him and his friend Bill. Bill's giving him a massage as
Yeah.
Poppy's
Taking off her lashes and taking her lace glue off.
taking her lace glue with all her jewelry. Poppy's
Yeah.
taking everything off. How's Poppy doing, my man?
I haven't spoke to him. I think he's still okay.
You think he's still alive?
Yeah.
Why haven't you spoken to him? We text.
You and Poppy?
Yeah. Just little nudes here and there, just something to see.
I'm sure she's
Make sure
fine.
the ticker's still working.
I'm sure she's fine. I haven't heard anything. Did you watch the Grammys?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I loved the tribute to hip hop, the 50-year tribute thing. I thought that was the greatest. It started slow because it was old, but it went like chronological.
Did Queen Latifah, did she come out as lesbian yet? Or is she still in the
she's a
closet?
dyke. Latifah? Queen Latifah's
I
a
don't know.
lesbian, right?
She is a lesbian. That's factual, but is she out?
Let's look it up.
UNITY.
Does it say she's out, Marty? She has to be. I didn't know she was like, I couldn't name one of her songs.
I forgot she was a singer.
No, no. I don't think she has ever
Poor thing.
came out and said it.
But this headline says Happy Pride. Queen Latifah thanks her partner Ebony during the BET.
Okay, so then she's out.
Ebony. Oh, we have to read a quote from our girl, Ebony.
Yeah,
well.
our quote, she put one up yesterday after we belittled her.
Yeah, let me find. Here it is. Black History Month quote from Ebony. Kinda want some rip tips. Kinda want his tip in my ribs. Wet emoji. It don't matter though. Side eye.
Unquote?
Unquote.
Kind of wants rib tips?
Yeah.
Kind of wants rib tips.
That's one of her less concise.
Kind of want his tip in my ribs. It don't matter, Joe. Unquote.
What was your favorite part of the Grammys?
I didn't watch them, but my favorite part was
Harry Styles pretending to be gay as usual.
no. My favorite part is Beyonce's dress. I liked her dress.
She's the most Grammys ever.
32.
32?
35, 32, 35.
Are they deserved is the question. I think you were mad at me about my Harry Styles take, Sanjeet. What was it? It was 90% of Harry's career is him pretending to be gay. Like Harry Styles doesn't dress like that. That's not who Harry Styles is. You think he's embarrassed when he gets like done up like that?
I don't know. Like
He wasn't in gags. He just had a sequin jumper on.
Yeah, but that's basically the same thing.
Well, everyone's saying that because everyone's so grossed out by Sam Smith, and everyone's like, every time he posts,
Grossed out.
they are. Every time someone posts a picture saying like,
Sam Smith is disgusting.
and it's like nipples hanging out and things like that. Well, everyone thinks that because, and I don't agree nor disagree with this, but everyone's saying like when Sam Smith had this video, like a music video of him with his nipples that like he has like nipple covers on, and he's like, like wearing like a leotard or something. I don't know. But everyone's saying if this was a fit straight white guy wearing this outfit, no one would have, like Harry Styles was wearing that outfit, no one would complain about it, say anything. They'd be like, oh my God, he's so quirky and fun wearing this cool outfit.
Yeah, correct. Because one is gross to look at and the other's not. Why are we hiding
Well,
that?
I'm saying that's what everyone's saying. Like if his, so when Sam Smith wears it, it's disgusting and vile and should be banned. But if a cute, straight, fit white guy's doing it, it's the fact that they're pussyfooting around it, saying it's about the clothes when it's not about the clothes. It's about that you hate gay trans people.
But that's not what it is. It's like, it's not because he's gay trans. It's because he's nasty looking in his thing. Why are we pretending?
Because it's
not transphobic to say this is not something that's pleasant to look at.
Even if it wasn't attractive, but even if Harry Styles was gay, name an attractive gay guy that would be at the Grammys. Who's an attractive gay guy?
Hello.
No, like someone like modelly looking. Where
Shawn Mendes. He's not gay though. Is
he's not out yet.
Yeah.
A gay person like that, they would still because he's gay. That they'd still talk shit about him, saying this is like
But I feel like Sam Smith is just daring.
Straight guys
he's
wearing
daring people to say something because if they say something, he's automatically going to be like, it's because I'm trans and it's because this. You're daring us to say that. You're daring us to make any sort of comment on your body, and then you're going to flip it.
And everyone's saying, I miss the old Sam Smith, and I just I have my own ideas about things like that. I just don't think.
Speak it up. Now's the time to tell him, babe. We're on a show.
No, I just think that.
Here we go.
He's not putting it in your face too much. I mean, I think he's finally found he's been like suppressing it his whole life, like wanting to like be like flamboyant and do all this stuff, and he's the perfect career to do it. I just think he's not being well received by doing it.
I think I completely agree with that, and I think anyone has a right to wear whatever they want to wear, but if you're a famous person, you better be prepared to be critiqued. If you're gay, if you're straight, if you're trans, if you're whatever. Just because you're trans or you're non-binary doesn't mean you're off limits for us talking about your outfit, or if we think something looks bad, there's a right to, you kind of open up that can of worms. And it's a good thing too, because any publicity is good publicity. And Sam Smith has a hell of a voice too.
Yeah.
Do y'all follow Matt Walsh on Twitter at all? Are you aware of him? The anti-trans guy. He's
I know.
a moron. Well, he started off, he was like, oh, I'm a hipster and hipsters can be conservative too, but now he's just gone off the deep end. And he had this tweet when they did, I think it was Sam Smith's performance, where he said, it's not surprising to see a satanic ritual at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Satanism is the worship of the self. Much of modern pop music is satanic in this sense. Leftism is Satanism. The only change is that now we're being more explicit about
Well, now, yeah, everyone got up in arms because he did a performance to Unholy. It was a song called Unholy. That's pretty much that's what it stands for. I think Satanism. Whatever. So they were dressed in devil outfits. There was that
was the best performance of the night.
Violet Chachki was there and got Mick from RuPaul's Drag Race. Kim Petras, trans German songstress, was there singing along. Everyone saying it was satanic, but there's a lot of satanic things. Madonna has done it before.
Madonna's face.
Oh, no, not Madonna. Nicki Minaj. Sorry, Nicki Minaj did something before with I know what you're talking about.
Lil Nas X,
Yeah,
the Satan Nikes. That's been like a theme. Also, did anyone even shit on Sam Smith? Where did this even come from?
Yeah.
People shit on him just for the devil thing, or for
now
what
it's everything
wearing?
for both. For the devil thing, for what he wears, for him being out and proud, for him like sticking up for trans people, all of it. He's just the worst. Has the worst luck in America right now.
Do you like Sam Smith?
No.
Why? Why?
I don't like his lispy voice. I don't like that he's putting it in everyone's face. I don't like that he's like outspoken out of nowhere. I don't know. He's not my cup of tea.
He smashed a friend of mine who you know.
I'm not friends with those people anymore. Who was it? Who was it?
You know who? Can we bleep this? I think they did frauding.
Gross. Sick.
Sick. Sick.
How do you, if you don't have a gender, how are you gonna have a penis?
Now that's the quote card. That's now that'll get waves. That's the quote card.
Meghan McCain, there was an entire performance dedicated to worshiping Satan.
Oh, speaking of fucking satanic pigs,
Yeah.
Meghan fucking McCain.
That fucking
Like, how do you think there was a
fucking oinker? Meghan fucking McCain kick rocks.
She was actually very nice to me when I met her.
I know, she was great to me too. She was awesome to me too. When I met her. But
How can you think that was an actual satanic ritual?
also, God is fake.
God
The
is
devil
fake.
is fake.
Right.
No one cares. It's fake.
And like they're up in arms, they're saying like, oh,
Oh, satanic.
the Cookie Monster took the last cookie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, am I offended my children?
Oh, these people
Grow
are
up.
such fucking losers. Proper Wild is clean all day energy shot designed to boost your energy focus
That's anti-Semitic.
and productivity without the jitters or crash. No preservatives, artificial sweeteners, no horrible chemicals. Just a natural tasting energy shot with clean ingredients that work. Try their newest flavors. I like how they didn't gender Proper Wild. Their newest flavors: strawberry, kiwi, apple, and lemon lime. Don't you put this in booze?
That's what Madonna has injected into her face. That's why she looks so young and youthful and energetic. I put that in booze. Yes, I do. I order a vodka and soda, and I bring a Proper Wild with me because they're small enough to fit in my jacket pocket. I bring at least two with me everywhere I go, and I put it in my cocktail, and it makes my cocktail taste amazing. It gives me the energy to deal with all these random hoes at the club, and I don't have no jitters or crashes, and I can fall asleep when I get home. I have just enough energy.
I don't have no jitters or crashes.
I don't, and I love the flavors. The flavors are on point, so I drink it with my cocktails.
Go to properwild.com/barstool to try Proper Wild for 30% off. Properwild.com/barstool to try Proper Wild for 30% off.
Erica
Okay.
said no one cares about podcasts anymore.
It's literally not what she said.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
She said only TikToks.
No, she didn't. She said you should be doing things for social to grow your brand. Should we keep this in?
I mean, we
Joey,
put the whole thing on TikTok. So, like, people are watching the podcast on
Her
TikTok.
thing was we need to do. Okay. All right. So we had a meeting with Erica. We're gonna talk about this. Her whole thing is we need to do TikToks outside the office, which is what I think we should be doing. You
But
said
we'd have to. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I never want to come in here. I always want to do everything out of the office, and no one else wants to do it in my bed. I think right from home is the perfect way to do it.
you go believe it. You go, Mr. Nardini. I've been putting up 7 TikToks a day straight from my bed.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
I think it's great to get like a different environment and out of the office as much as possible.
I want to do a remote with you. Aren't we going out tomorrow night or Friday night or Thursday night? I thought we were going to go out and do Man on the Street.
Well, you thought wrong. What day is this now? I'm very busy.
It's Tuesday. You are not busy. Oh, how'd your sheets turn out?
I haven't put them on the bed yet because I'm waiting till the cleaning ladies come. I want them to put them on there for me. And I had to order some accoutrements for my bedding because I'm doing a spring bed makeover. So I got my sheet set.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting for my decorative pillows and throws to come in, and then I'll be doing a reveal of my bed makeover for spring.
What color palette did you go with? Color scheme?
Sand and stone.
Sand and stone? Not that fucking nasty ass brown, did you?
I got a color like this. This is the pillows. I got this color pillows.
But you got a lighter throw?
I didn't get the throw yet. I'm going to stick with my black throw I have now, or I may order something new. But I have this. What? She's
giving the most disgusted look you've ever seen.
What's wrong with the black? Because I said black. In February, she snuffed at it.
She said you should have seen the look. Sandra actually told me that you have really bad style, interior decorating wise.
I haven't decided my throw yet, but as of right now, I'm just doing the tan suede leather pillows. I'm not suede, tan leather pillows in this color, and then I got a warm gray duvet cover. Warm gray? Yeah, so it's not too gray because I have enough gray. I wanted something a little bit different. You want
a pop of color.
This is colorful enough for me.
That is right there.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm just excited to have the new bed and the new bedding.
Well, I think that'll be a great thing for you. We had a meeting with Erica. We could talk a little bit about. Are we allowed to talk about that?
It's just a touch base.
So we are being downgraded to tier 3, unfortunately.
But I'm just excited about it. It's fine.
It's fine. And our desks are being moved. And believe it or not, we're actually being transferred into custodial. So
our new boss, Esmeralda, was introduced to us.
Yeah. So we'll be running the broom and running the mop. Joey's going to be on trash duty Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do Tuesday, Thursday. And then we'll alternate opens and closes.
I'm excited.
Let me talk to you guys about HelloFresh. Remember those New Year's goals you promised yourself you'd stick to? HelloFresh is here to help you eat better by delivering fresh ingredients and easy recipes right to your door, taking the hassle out of dinner time. Get HelloFresh and skip the extra trip to the grocery store and long checkout lines. Spend more time doing the things you love with delicious chef-crafted recipes delivered to your doorstep. You want veggie or family friendly? You got it. You want fit and wholesome, you want calorie smart, you got it. The best part about HelloFresh is that I feel like a lot of people have trouble pulling the trigger when they want to get a meal kit because they don't know what to expect. They don't know if the quality is going to be good. You have my personal endorsement and Joey's as well. HelloFresh is high quality stuff and you're going to save a shit ton of money.
It's my favorite thing ever.
And it's easy to make.
I get mine on Wednesdays when my Wednesday box comes, and thank God to my ring cam, I know when it's there so I can rush home to it so no one steals it. Because my packages get stolen all the time. But HelloFresh is my favorite because they have like chef prepared ingredients. So I feel like I'm like actually because I like to cook myself. So it's just like not like something I'm making some like dumbed down recipe. These recipes are like chef quality and they taste delicious. And I also do the groceries from there. You can get things pantry ingredients from there as well. So I get like staples that I need if I need olive oil or anything else. I don't have to go to the grocery store and lug it home. And everything comes to you. And I love to keep the card. So even after I made the meal, they go in my recipe repertoire. Now I'm learning new recipes every time I get the box. So now I know this brand new recipe. Anytime I can pull it out of my hat, I take the card out and I'm like, all right, I'm going to make this again.
If you eat the whole thing, you get put on the wall.
Yeah.
If you take down the whole meal.
Yeah, but it's honestly the best. If you need like, to get into your groove with cooking at home and saving some money, it is the best thing.
So this is what I want you guys to remember. Go to HelloFresh.com/outandabout65 and use code outandabout65 for 65% off plus free shipping. 65% off plus free shipping. What does it cost when you get takeout here in the city? $25?
More than that.
More than that easily. This is like a fraction of that. You're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to be healthier. So again, go to HelloFresh.com/outandabout65. That's HelloFresh.com/outandabout65 and use code outandabout65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Now we have an interview coming up with Heather Gay. I loved her.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
She's great. You read her top to bottom when she came in.
Well, I read her book, Bad Mormon, top to bottom, cover to cover before she got here.
So that's it for this one. For now, for me and Joey, make sure you check out our interview with Heather coming up right now. Well, we are here with Heather Gay, star of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake. We're thrilled that you're here in New York.
Thanks for having me.
You didn't quite escape the cold because it's cold here, not probably quite
It's
as
not
cold
as
there.
cold. It was a blizzard, a snowstorm. They had to de-ice the plane.
Oh,
The flight
God.
got delayed, all the things. So we're full winter in Salt Lake City right now.
Oh my gosh. I love your outfit.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
For if you're listening at home, she's wearing a fur vest. It's faux. Is it faux?
Faux.
Okay, we don't want to get canceled.
No, yes.
She has
Love faux.
she has a blousey top on. It's in marigold with a black detail. Her
Yes.
legs are up to her neck with sheer Wolford hose, and she has on a Versace pump.
Platform
pump.
Yes.
Now let's beat down the beat, Joey. What are we working with on the face?
She's got a smoky, tight-lined eye,
Okay.
a snatched brow,
Yes.
skin contoured for the gods, and a glossy full lip.
I mean, the way you just described me, you could probably describe every single housewife with
Yes.
the exception of the marigold blouse.
Now she
Otherwise, it was
now she has a
hit 'em all.
hand-tied extension in,
Yeah.
and shade
A little bit of-
2205.
yes.
Okay.
18-inch
Yeah.
extensions.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you,
Yes,
Heather.
thank
This has
you.
been
With a lace closure.
a little lace closure. Your book, Bad Mormon, a memoir, is out. We've read excerpts. It's out today everywhere you find books. This is fascinating because you hold nothing back.
I
You
hold
talk
nothing
about
back.
it all. You talk about the divorce. You talk about leaving the church. You talk about house. You talk about everything.
A tell-all.
A tell-all.
tell-all
What
memoir.
inspired you to write this?
Well, somebody asked. That's what the inspiration was, you know.
It was the check here.
Yeah.
The publishers called and I answered.
Yes, exactly.
Simon Schuster.
Yeah, I mean, I got on Housewives, and all of a sudden, these opportunities that, you know, of course you dream about, but you never dream that big when you're, you know,
Right.
me. And so I majored in humanities at BYU. I considered myself a journal writer and an editor of papers. And I felt like I was a master of the written word, but nobody had ever asked me to write a book or write my story. And when the offer came in, I had to take it.
I want to rewind for a minute before we get into more of the book. How did you get cast on Housewives?
Good question.
Yeah.
I ask myself every single day. It was Salt Lake is a very small insular community,
Yeah.
you know, and
It's a ski town.
it's a ski town,
Yeah.
you know, and
First and
we're a
foremost.
valley, and we're in, you know, and even though we're small in numbers, we're also even smaller because our culture is so homogenous, and it really just defines everything. So I got a text from a casting agent who had gotten my number from Meredith and Lisa.
Oh.
And they had talked about it enough that I kind of knew that they were talking about doing like a television show. I thought it'd be like a PBS women's special, you know, with BYU TV, where it was just like
Yeah.
kind of low budget, like kind of little things. Never thought it
So
was
you weren't even on the
anything.
radar of thinking there might be casting around town for this.
No.
Have you watched Housewives prior to this?
Yes, I was a huge Housewives fan. I'd watched all the franchises.
It was a surprising city to go into.
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking it was going to be something, you know, Fort Lauderdale. I don't know where.
No, but like when Andy announced it at BravoCon and said the next city, you know, everyone could kind of feel maybe there's a city on the horizon, you know,
Yeah.
all the guesses.
Aspen even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And I only knew maybe 2 weeks or maybe a week prior to Andy announcing it at BravoCon that it
That's
was
what
going
it
to be
was
called
for?
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We had filmed the sizzle reel. On the cast sheet, it said Utah Untitled.
Wow.
And I talk about it really detailed in the book, like step by step,
interesting.
how we went through that process, the questions they asked me, the type of situation it was, how we filmed the sizzle reel, what happened in the sizzle reel, and like kind of wanted the readers to see a behind the scenes look of the casting process and how it started and stopped and started and stopped. And we had zero idea
That's
that it would
crazy.
be Housewives.
I think it's so interesting that they do that primarily because maybe if you did have an idea, did you think that the way you acted in the first season would have been different if you knew it was Housewives? Like, do you think you'd have premeditated ideas of like trying to get the Housewives vibe about it, trying to fill a void of like what a Housewife should be?
Well, we didn't ever film the full season. We filmed the season knowing we were Housewives.
Okay.
So we were all playing up to that trope immediately. But the sizzle reel,
You didn't know what it was
we
for.
didn't what it was. Yeah, we didn't know what the sizzle reel was
Oh,
for.
that's
So
right, yeah.
even after they told us they'd sold the show to Bravo and that it was going to be a show, they were going to produce a show. We didn't know if it's going to be like Mexican Dynasty or Southern Charm, but in Salt Lake City. No, we just didn't know.
Yeah.
And then they got us on a call and said it's going to be Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh,
How fun.
And the floor just fell out from under
Yeah.
me because that launches it into an entire.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a one and done. It's not a TN. You know, I thought I was going to be in between like Locked Up Abroad and
Yeah.
600-pound life.
Catch a
somewhere.
smuggler.
Yeah, exactly. To catch a Mormon, but I had just no idea that would even be
How exciting.
option.
Did
Yeah.
you talk
Changed my life.
to your like daughters about this prior? Like, listen, here's what's gonna happen. Did they have input onto whether or not you were gonna do the show? Or you were like,
No.
Yeah.
you're like, fuck this. Yeah, we can spare on this. Fuck
Zero
this, I'm doing
input.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they were away at summer camp when I filmed the sizzle reel, and that was like the most fortuitous thing that happened because I didn't have to get childcare. I could kind of like dedicate and be there and film it. And we filmed for like 4 days. It was like filming a mini episode
Yeah.
or a mini whatever of a reality show. And then they just knew that mom was trying out to be on TV, but they didn't get it because things like this didn't happen to moms like me. You know,
Yeah,
I'm a
right.
mom first for sure, but I had this business that was doing so well and was kind of putting me on the radar. But they didn't think that if I was on TV, they thought I'd be on TV like, you know,
Giving beauty advice.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like on a news segment one time. None of us understood what it meant or how it would change our lives.
How fun.
You talk about your business a little bit. Joey and I had a little bit of work done ourselves.
A little bit.
Oh.
A little bit, a lot.
my God.
I
Can
just
you-
so fresh faced.
Can you tell? No, she's wearing a rattlesnake plumper on the lip. Is that?
Yes, you do a little rattlesnake venom or bee pollen.
Yeah,
Sometimes
bee
it can
pollen
cause
to
a
sing them
plump.
up.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
we're big fans of med spas. We've been
Yes.
going. I've been frequenting for many moons now, and I've tried almost everything.
Well, you would love Beauty Lab and Laser because we're
know.
the anti-med spa. We are transparent about our pricing.
Oh, good.
We are price competitive. We are outcome based, and we also are 100% customer guarantee.
How many locations do you have?
I have 2 locations. now.
Fabulous.
Yeah, we have 2 locations.
Are you trying to expand into like other? Now that you have the fame and
Bitch,
fortune,
I
are you
want to be
trying
worldwide.
get-
Yes.
Come on, I want to
Yes.
get this everywhere. No, yeah, it's
She wants a kiosk
Yes.
in every mall around America.
Every
want-
middle school around America will have a little Botox vending
the
machine.
younger the better.
Yes.
The last longer as customers.
Oh, that's great. So
Did your cool sculpting marks come off you yet?
yeah, I was deciding whether or not
She
to do
just
that.
had cool
I had cool
sculpting.
sculpting done for the first time ever.
How long ago?
A week ago.
Are you
And
still
I'm
numb?
doing, like,
So
the
you're still
mas-
swollen and numb, and
Yeah,
like the tingling coming
Not
back.
crazy. I did like they'd have me massage it twice a day.
Yeah, like a frozen chicken cutlet.
Like a frozen chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do your cast mates try and get free treatments from you? You just hook
I
that one
offer.
out?
I mean, we
Yeah.
are so price competitive that they could all definitely afford to get treatments. But
So I charge
we
double.
say at Beauty Lab and Laser that everybody is somebody and
Yeah.
everybody's VIP. So
I love that module.
yeah, and guess what? No gratuities, no tips. You do not tip. For
Why do you do
services.
that?
Yeah.
Because we are medical professionals. We
Oh,
are
right.
held to the Hippocratic
Yeah,
oath.
we're not just getting
and a
enough-
licensing professional board that should dictate that we are doing our very best service every single
Oh, that
time.
makes sense. Yeah. I don't,
So why would I give 20% to make sure they don't mess up my face?
yeah, you're not
I
going to
mean,
get fill in.
It is totally
And a chair massage.
counterintuitive to me. Yeah.
Was-
and you're going to get excellent service. You shouldn't have to pay 20% over
That
something
makes
that's
sense.
already expensive, painful, and involves your appearance. Those
Yeah.
are sacred things. So we don't play with it.
That's very interesting.
How does the Mormon Church feel about like that stuff?
You know,
Like,
I don't think they have a public official position, but I
Yeah.
know that we are one of the highest saturated markets for med spas and plastic surgery in America.
Yeah, let's call them
Really?
out by name.
Yeah,
which
it's
which
just
of the
that, like-
reverends have the services done? I'm sure.
What I know, like, and
they're just chasing perfection in every sense
yeah,
of
perfection is attainable was like a quote from season 1 because we believe that like through our choices and through caring for our bodies are temples, you know, and beauty is currency.
How were you girls received? I know that Salt Lake City has been an affluent town and it's always been very glamorous, and there's been glamorous women there all forever.
I'm sorry,
How did-
what?
how-
Salt Lake City's a glamorous town.
Well, it is now.
I'm like, what's
now
happening?
it is.
It is now. How did the other moms and like women or just in general in the town receive you girls? And do you think that you kind of like brought tourism there and brought kind of like a new glam vibe to it?
I don't think we not brought necessarily a glam vibe to it. The truth is, in my immediate circle and my immediate community, Housewives and fame has no real value.
Oh wow.
We don't mention it. It's kind of the elephant in the room. It's really, the value is placed on having a really well-balanced family and, you know, righteous children, good marriage,
Good.
and things about, you know, being a PTA mom. That's where the value is. Anything like Housewives or fame or, you know, touring the world, that's kind of takes you away from what's valued, which
Yeah.
is being a good wife and mother.
What's a PTA, Mom?
a Parent
PTA,
Teachers
just-
Association.
PTA.
Teachers.
I'll
Oh,
tell
I
you
don't
right
know.
now, with
I
that
don't have
response,
kids.
you would be a bad one.
Yeah. Who's going to set up the cookie bake?
Yeah,
Not you,
like
girl.
Exactly.
my business partner described me as like queen of the moms when she met me. You know, you're like at every event, you're at every, you know, like field trip, all of the things. So it's made a stir now because it's caused so much of a focus to be
Yeah.
on our culture and kind of now we're tourism because once the SWAT team descended on the parking lot at Beauty Lab and Laser,
Yes.
it became a national landmark.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know.
And
God.
it's like on Yelp is like one of the top 5 places to visit.
Did your reputation change as being that PTA mom and the perfect mom you still are? Did everyone look at you differently because of the show and the drama that came with the show?
Well, I mean, for sure. I think it was the first time that I really like got real and lived out loud. I drew a line in the sand, and then all of a sudden I was not the person that people really had imagined I would be. It's like I pulled back the curtain on my life and was swept into this life of like glitz and glam and fights and lunches and
Hair weaves.
cast trips and SWAT teams and all of
Can't
it,
believe
you know?
that.
What was that like when the SWAT team descended?
It was, can I swear?
Yes.
It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
I was like getting my bags together on a party bus at my business, waiting to go to Vail. And we saw like, I looked out the window like,
I was hooked up with a cool scupping machine. What's going on out there?
Yeah,
I said, turn it up.
freeze it more. I mean, we were in the van waiting to leave and it was like NYPD. Like, why are they here?
Yeah.
And your mind just swirls. I mean, it was my business, my parking lot.
Yeah.
I'm packing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm holding, I should say. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like not a great situation. And
Oh
so
my God.
we thought they were strippers. We thought they were
That
strippers.
production had something up their sleeve.
Yes.
We thought it was a Jen Shaw thing to be a big presentation before we left on this.
Well, it was
cast
a
trip.
presentation. It was quite something
It
different.
was
though.
a presentation.
Did
But
you
then
have
you saw the
any
real
idea?
guns.
Like, did you guys have any idea that they were going to come? Were there rumblings? Like nothing at all? All of a sudden you're like, oh my God. And then the producers are salivating. I can't believe this is
I mean,
happening.
half of them were waiting for us at the cast trip at the other location. This was just a non-scene, like getting in the van and leaving. And
Oh
it
my-
became
The
one of
producers
these
all
pivotal.
quit that day and they all bought new houses. They left. They were like, oh, hold on. We got it. It's like we're the richest
Oh
people in
my
America.
God.
Yeah, for real.
When did you leave the Mormon church?
Well, I described it kind of as a slow bleed. I think, you
Okay.
know, I started changing who I was and like dying inside around the age of 10 in order to fit in and belong and just like become what I knew was expected of me and to be like loved and accepted by my community that I loved and my family. But I really formally stopped going to church about 4 years ago and stopped like taking my kids to church because the questions that I had to answer to them were just lies. You know, we were going to an institution that was homophobic, it was bigoted, it was misogynistic, and there was no way for me to explain that away to my children.
Yeah.
Even though the people aren't, the institution is, you know, and I think there's no way for you as a parent to look at your kid and say, you know, we don't believe this, but everyone that
Well,
we
I
love
think with any
does,
religion,
you know?
Yeah.
institutions stay true to what the roots, and then the world evolves. So people evolve, the world evolves, everything evolves. Well, the institution stays the same.
They
So that's
hang
why in
on
every
to
religion,
it.
it's gonna be like, oh, well, that's you know, they have to make up backstories of why they don't feel this way what's in the book. That's why they should like change, like even a new chapter, rewrite the fucking.
I know, but we're not
Yeah.
really
That's it.
socially progressive. I mean, the people know how to do the dance and keep the veneer up. But the truth is it's still problematic in nature. And there's no way that they are willing to admit it, change it, or do anything about it.
What's the most problematic thing, do you think?
I think the fact that they think the only way to get into heaven is to be a man and a woman and be married in the temple. And that's the only way to live with God.
Mm.
And so if your children aren't cisgender, heterosexual, and married diligent Mormons in the temple, they are separated from you in heaven.
You'd be doomed, Sandra.
Doomed.
We'd all be, half the room would be doomed.
I mean, if you think about that message just ingrained over and over and over, so as soon as there's an aberration, if you're this perfect nuclear Norman Rockwell family, you don't look outside the gates because there's no reason to. But
Yeah.
when I got divorced, my world imploded. I started to have friends that were gay, friends that were single, friends that didn't believe, and that I didn't have that before.
Yeah, like who's
And
gonna
all
do
of
your
a sudden,
hair?
yeah. But my very best friends were people kind of transitioning in the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was around like 2011, right when my husband left. And so those friends became like my guides to
Yeah.
really living authentically because I didn't even know what that meant. To me, living authentically meant being the best Mormon I could be, because whoever authentically I was opposed to the church and opposed to God. So I had to just kill that.
So you just had to suppress who you really were. So you didn't even
100%.
figure out who you were until your 30s.
Like, not even yet today, man. I don't know
Yeah.
who I am sitting here right now. I'm
Yeah.
messy. I'm in the middle of it. This book is really the first time that I've even like respected or seen my actual story, read it and been like,
Yeah.
you are you, wherever you go, there you are. And I can see it now. And it makes me just feel regret, for all those years that I tried to fit in.
Are you okay to talk about the divorce a little bit? Or do you not
Absolutely.
want
I'm
to?
here to talk about
Okay.
everything. Come on.
She's an open book, literally.
Literally, Bad Mormon.
Open
Okay.
it up. There we go.
What happened? It just said, I don't know how else to really phrase it. What happened?
Well,
How did it end?
It was in many, many ways, it was an arranged marriage. Like we got married because we both wanted the same things. We both wanted a family. We both believed in the church.
Same values.
We both believed in God. And we were told that if two people love each other and love God and are committed 100% to the church, you will not fail.
Yep.
And so it was really, I joke all the time that like I came by with like a windowless, unmarked van and a club and just conked him on the head, threw him in the van and made my life, because that's how my life began.
Right.
Once I was a wife, once I was a mother, then I had visibility and identity in the community. And so he was just a victim of all of it as well.
So you never really dated before him? It was just kind of, this was like your marriage. So then you get divorced, and how's dating going now? Are you dating anyone?
Dating, not dating anyone regularly,
Okay.
but I'm certainly like having what people might call my whore phase. I'm not sure.
Now it's something we can all relate to. Okay.
Where you just kind of, I'm figuring it out. I'm
Yeah.
really trying to be sex positive. I have 3 beautiful teenage daughters. I want them to be sex positive, love freely, love whomever they want, love however they want. But I also want them to be safe and smart, and I want to be a good mom.
That's a great example. Yeah.
But I don't know how, I'm trying to figure it out. But luckily they're wiser and smarter than me.
What's your type?
They like me and their heart's beating.
Okay.
We have similar types. That's great. Well, we had a ton of like listener questions
Okay.
for you
I love that.
that we wanted to
Yeah.
ask. I don't know if Joey, you wanted to
Yeah, I'll help.
kick one off here.
Okay.
I guess I'll start it. The first one that we got probably a couple hundred questions, and this was probably 3/4 of them.
Okay.
How did you get the black eye?
Thank you. My question as well. This has been, I spoke about it at the reunion, but I'm for sure the worst person to ask because I blacked out. I blacked out and I have no memory of how I got the black eye. I
Right.
think I hit it on a cabinet because I hit my head on a cabinet brushing my teeth 1,000 times. And I'm sure that's what happened.
You were sober enough to brush your teeth before you went to bed, but you got the black eye?
I plugged my phone in and
Oh,
I fell
God.
asleep and I woke up with it. That was crazy.
Where I
It was
crash, I
terrifying.
land. That's where I stay for the whole night.
I know. I thought I would, if with that black eye, you would have thought I was face down in one of the prickly bushes, but I was
Yeah.
in a casita with cameras everywhere
Yeah.
and so much going on behind the scenes. I assumed that there was footage that they would show me, and I was told the same.
And then another question we got, I don't even know about this story. Do you regret lying about it? People say you like strung along the story.
Yeah, I my biggest regret, they asked me this at reunion too, what was your biggest regret? And I said, not going to bed earlier.
Yeah.
But the truth is, my biggest regret was not realizing the implication of waking up with a black eye and just saying, let's roll with it.
Yeah.
Let's roll with it. Let's see where it goes. And then it became a tool for storyline and manipulation and for people to fill in the gaps that I was
Yes.
terrified of. And I said it a million times that I hit it on the cabinet, but I don't have proof of that. You have the cameras. You have proof of that. Prove it to me. But
Yeah.
now I wish I had just gone home or gone to the hospital.
Yeah,
Because that was, when I look back, I'm like, damn, girl,
that was bad.
That was
you stayed to
gnarly.
play.
Yeah.
You said, I'm a housewife. I'll do a reveal and I'm going to stay and hang out and continue to be a housewife. And for something that serious or that big or that shame-filled for me, it was obviously like the wrong choice.
Yeah. Well, any good drunk knows you wake up with a bruise all over your body that just happened to be on your eye, which is a little bit more taboo because everyone has implications that it was like, someone hit you or something like that. Or there was a fight that happened. But yeah, I wake up with bruises all over my body every day.
Yeah. And I mean, I was being coached that it would reveal itself. So the last thing I was going to do is implicate someone
Of
or,
course.
other than a bathroom cabinet.
You should have
Come
said
on.
it was Whitney.
Yeah.
It was Whitney the whole time.
Wouldn't do that to my girl
No,
Whitney.
we were
Wouldn't
at the
matter where
buffet,
we're at.
believe it or
Yeah.
not. She went for the last rib. Okay. Now,
I threw an elbow.
So many theories. I thought it would end up being kind of a fun TV mystery and it would be revealed at the end. And it didn't go that way. It did not play out well on television.
should I read question 3?
Yeah, whichever one.
Another question writes, how do you justify defending Jen so hard?
I mean, you'll really see this when you read the book. I was very, very tempted to go back and rewrite it with a perspective of someone that was like savvy and, street smart. But the truth is I was swept up into her life as much as I was swept up into the housewife's life.
Yeah.
I met her right before we started filming. And it was really hard to not fight and defend your friend who you brought into this mess in the first place and who's telling you over and over and over that she's innocent.
Right.
And if my friend asks for my support and they say they're innocent, I'm going to support them
Absolutely.
until I know otherwise.
Are you going to visit her in jail?
I mean, once she pled guilty, really everything changed. And now I'm just focused on like restitution for the victims.
Got it.
Nice.
Did you ever question like how she was supporting herself?
Yeah, 100% all the time.
I mean, the party, it was like what, the $80,000 birthday party?
But I had been at One Oak with her in New York City, owner's table, gone to Tao, like Veuve Clicquot for everybody. I had seen the life and I was just like, I don't know what she does.
Yeah. I'll have another Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, but it seems to pay well.
Yeah.
You know, and I write about that in the
Keep
book. I
these
write
coming.
about that whole
coming.
process. Yeah. Like how she swept in, how she was operating her business, because that was my perspective when I came into it from the time, you know.
But when you're in it, like it's hard to say no or be like, hey, how did you get this
Can I
magnum of
see
Grey
a
Goose?
receipt? You know, nobody's asking for receipts back then.
Exactly. I know I would go with it. I would ride till the end.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
I know if Joey was doing something shady and I knew
She'd
it.
be right there spending the money.
But I was getting dinner. I go, let's splurge in the beluga caviar tonight, babe.
I'm going to go in a separate car just for safety. But
I need an XL black. And I'm not getting him. Yeah.
We're excited about the girls trip coming up. Did you have fun?
Yes.
I had a lot of fun. I mean, it was a trip of a lifetime.
So it says-
Thailand with alphas.
I
Come
know.
on.
So it says, what can we expect from the girls trip? Housewives. Which housewives surprised you the most?
This is, I think a lot of housewives have answered this, but it's Candace.
Yeah.
Candace is a girl's girl. She was fun. She was funny. She was professional. If there's a term for that as housewives, I just loved her. She's great. She surprised me the most. I love the Miami women. They are my lifelong sisters. Mis hermanas.
Marisol?
Mis hermanas.
Marisol and Alexia. I could have slept on the foot of their bed every night. They were good to me.
Was a very boozy trip.
It was a boozy trip. It was a lot of tears, a lot of heat, a lot of sweating. There's a couple times where I thought, please let them think it's raining and not.
Yes.
What is it? You don't sweat, you glisten.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, but I don't glisten. I just sweat. That's
I just sweat.
unfortunately, yeah.
We actually got a couple questions. Have you ever experimented with drugs?
I mean, I think that anything that grows from the earth is not considered a drug. It's God's gift to
Right.
man.
Yep.
But it's in a lab.
So I'm not into pills or powders, but I love anything from the earth.
That's more for us. Great.
Do you want to play a game of yes, ma'am, no, ma'am?
Yeah, I do.
I think that's what we should do. So we have these paddles here.
I'm familiar with paddles. That's a
yes.
big watch what happens live move, right?
It's a
Yep.
very watch what happens.
That's where she used
live.
to work.
I used to work for Andy, believe it or not. So we're going to play a game of yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. We're going to read out some names of housewives. We're going to ask if you would like to go on a girls trip with them. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And
And
then
why.
explain if you want to.
Okay.
Joey, you want to kick it off?
The first one is Whitney Rose.
No, ma'am. Been there,
No, ma'am.
done that.
She's done it already. Wasn't for her.
Been there, done that. Jen Shah.
No, ma'am. She's got her hands full.
Yeah. Lisa Rinna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she seems like a good time.
Yeah. Own it. Bring it. Show up.
Own it.
I'll be there.
She was just in Fashion Week. Did you see her in Paris Fashion Week?
I did see her in
She's
Paris Fashion
incredible.
Week. I also got some of her Rinna wines, which I am
Ooh.
excited to
She
experiment
sent me a lip
with.
gloss once. It was very nice.
Rinna Beauty. I'm wearing Rinna Beauty right now.
Oh, are you?
I
It's
think
nice.
she's a
Looks
triple
great.
threat.
Yeah.
I would go anywhere she was going.
What do you think about her beef with Kathy?
I think I've met Kathy and she was lovely and wonderful. And I was so starstruck, I couldn't even remember my own name. And I just think housewives, a lot goes on that we don't know about. And like,
Right.
I respect these women. They have held it for so long.
Yeah. What about Kathy Hill? Do you want to go with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Me too.
Yeah. Slippers on the airport.
That's
yes,
the,
ma'am.
That's the real money there.
Yeah.
It's Kathy Hill.
Yes. Ramona Singer.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
You need a wild
just
card.
because the audacity of it all, I would love to see there and have her walk the
I think it's
runway.
funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's a card for sure.
Meredith Banks.
Meredith Banks?
Is that what it says?
Meredith Marks.
Meredith Marks.
Meredith Marks, my
Yes.
castmate. Yes, ma'am. Season 4.
You
wrote it
you
wrong.
sabotage
I
me.
wrote it wrong.
This is a Real Housewives sabotage.
Now
That's
we're
true
doing
in
our own
journalism.
drama
Real
right now.
fans. Real fans. But I would go with Meredith Banks or Meredith Marks. Yes, ma'am.
Teresa,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
your favorite?
Nene Leakes.
Yes, ma'am.
she's so
I would
much
follow
fun.
Nene around and pick up her used Kleenexes.
Yes, me
I'd
too.
go anywhere she wanted to go.
She's so much fun.
Oh my God, that would be incredible. Well, everyone make sure you go check out, buy your book anywhere you can get it, Bad Mormon.
It's got lots of juicy Mormon secrets and a lot of juicy behind the scenes housewives stuff too.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for
today.
having me,
We
guys.
really
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather Gay.
Ask me if I'm going to come back.
Are you going to come back to our show?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.